What's going on, my brothers? Long time no see. A lot has been going on in my life. A lot for the better, a lot for the worse. God has been showing me a lot of things throughout my journey of life, I guess. And yeah, I guess it's time. Maybe this will help somebody, especially for you guys who are watching my channel. And this is just the type of time that I'm on right now. I'm just completely surrendering to God's will and meaning trusting that God is going to bring the right situations for my life. Depending on how I react to it, that's totally up to me, because again, we do have free will. So yeah, man, as far as semen retention, honestly, I honestly don't care about it no more. Meaning I did not relapse. I'm not saying that I relapsed. I'm not relapsing. I'm not just out here just willfully choosing to watch pornography or things like that. My energy is too potent right now, and it's too high for me to want to release it to that. I feel like it's not worth it, and I'm so at peace right now. I gotta tell y'all what's been happening, because I'm not fully at peace, but I am at peace right now. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling very good. I'm feeling very masculine. You know what I'm saying? I like feeling like a man. So I don't see the point of relapsing. And then again, I'm not busting my ass to I'm not taking classes or courses, or I'm not doing practices for me to go on the long streak. I'm not killing myself. If I relapse, I make a mistake. But then again, it's more, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not trying so hard to retain. And I think that's what people are missing. I think people are missing the point. You shouldn't be trying hard to retain. You should just surrender it to God. Everything that you want to do in this life. For example, let's say if you want to quit an addiction to smoking, you give it up to God, and through prayer, through intimacy with him, you'll begin to realize okay, why is it that I smoke? Why is it that I watch pornography? For me, it was trauma. For me, it was, high testosterone. For me, it was loneliness. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you'll begin to realize, when you sit in silence and when you pray to God, when you bring him all your problems, all your worries, all your anxieties, literally sit in silence, and just, you don't have to even be talking to him. You could talk to him in your mind. You know what I'm saying? But don't ramble on. You know what I'm saying? It's about intimacy with God. You'll begin to realize that everything that you do is because of trauma, or because you feel like you need it. You don't need pornography, man. You don't need pornography, man. It doesn't bring me nothing. So that's part of the reason why I haven't been relapsing. Also, now here's the somewhat good news to bad news. So also, I am in contact with my ex again. So it could be for good or for bad. So I'm speaking to her, obviously. And I realized that me speaking to my ex has given me a sense of purpose in life. So not a sense of purpose. So basically, sorry about that. Man, I gotta pick a new spot to make a video, but I'm so self-conscious. Every time I'm outside and I'm recording a video, I'm not editing. I'm always looking around, making sure people don't. It's just kind of weird to see a man sitting down talking to his camera, so it's kind of strange. But yeah, anyways, so my ex has come back into my life. I accepted her back into my life. Not saying that we are together, we're speaking again. So God may also bring females into your life, to kind of jumpstart your streak. So I don't know if that makes, this is what's happening to me. I realized that, man, when I speak to my ex, this could be addiction talk, and this could be me just still being kind of in love with her. When I speak to my ex, I notice that, it all my desires for pornography go away, and it just goes to her instead. So let's say if you have a girlfriend, or if you have a woman, I'm not gonna lie, females do help you on semen retention. They do, because it replaces the urges, the desire that you have to watch pornography. It replaces, and it goes to the female. You know what I'm saying? And that could be good or bad, because females can also be a distraction too from your main goal, from God. You know, from your main purpose in life, which is intimacy with the Father and surrendering to His will, obviously. So, you know, bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. But yeah, I noticed that my desire is so strong for her that it's not there for pornography. So, and I don't know if it's because I'm in love. I don't know if it's because I'm addicted. But then that can be another problem, because that can be a distraction as well. You know, everything is a distraction. Everything can be a distraction. That's what I mean. Like, your girl can be a distraction if you let it. Like, if you feel like you're too anxious about keeping her, about making sure that your relationship works, that's where it can be a distraction, and it can also kind of hinder your relationship with God. You know, it can hinder your relationship with yourself as well. So, you know, you got to be careful with that. But I noticed that, yeah, man, my ex is back. We're talking again, and I definitely, just in case if we end up making it work, you know, and we end up in a relationship again, I'm not going to be out here watching pornography. Why would I do that? You know, I got a girl that I love, that I want to make love to. I don't want to waste my energy. Like, it makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Why would you waste your desire and put it on somewhere else that's not, and on something, your sexual desire, put it on another female too? That's why I don't believe in cheating personally. I know a lot of men that, you know, they cheat, you know, they feel like they need a variety of females. I never was that type of dude. You know, if I have one female and I really like her, man, all my desire, all my sexual desire, and all my attention is going to her. But I mean that in a healthy way. You don't want to give a female too much of your attention, you know, because it's not good for you. It's not good for yourself. It's not good for yourself. You know, you realize that you don't start operating in peace. You start operating in an anxious level, responding to every text, picking up every phone call, no matter what you're doing. You just pick up every phone call. You could be doing something important. You could be working, and you just pick up, because you're so anxious about keeping your girl. So you don't want to operate in that, you know, because at the end of the day, and it makes sense, because at the end of the day, God is going to make it work if He wants to make it work. And if He doesn't want to make it work, then it just doesn't work, you know. And this is why surrendering to God's will it brings the ultimate peace, because you know, whatever happens in your life, okay, God put this here for a reason. So for some reason, if your relationship with your woman did not work out, it's because God wanted it that way. He wants you to be alone in this season. This is why it's so important to surrender to God. Surrender everything to God, but also be intimate with Him. What does it mean to be intimate with Him? It means for you to sit in silence. Take an hour of your day. Just sit by yourself and just, you don't even have to talk, man. Just let all your worries, everything that you're thinking about, bring it to Him. And tell God, look, I bring these things to you. Help me with this. Sit in silence with me, Lord. I want to sit in your presence. And that has been working out tremendously for me. Like, I'm so peaceful. I'm not trying too hard with everything. I'm not moving in an anxious energy. Like, I'm always calm. Whereas before, when I wasn't really intimate with God, I felt like I needed to do so many things. I felt like I needed to do it because I had to do it. I felt like I needed to work out because I had to, you know what I'm saying? So I was working out 5 times a day. I mean, not 5 times a day. I was working out 5 times a week because I felt like I'm not gonna maintain my body if I work out 5 times. You understand what I'm saying? You move in a state of you don't move in a state of peace in that way when you rely on yourself. When you surrender it to God, it just, man, I'm probably not explaining it right, but you guys should get it now. Like, it's you know, you just trust. You just move in trust. You move in faith now. If you believe in God, I definitely believe in God, you know. Just recognize that He is. It's that simple. So, yeah, when you truly surrender to God's will, like, you'll notice that He'll start moving in your life. Like, right now, I haven't been relapsing because, you know, I'm just talking to a female right now. I think females do help. Females definitely do help when trying to quit a pornography addiction. They definitely do. But you just have to know how to, you know, if you don't have God, you're not gonna be able to handle a female. I'm gonna keep it a buck. If you don't have God in your life, you're not going to be able to handle a female. You can't. It's impossible. You know, you're going to be more worried about her than yourself. Whereas if you have God, you know, you realize that a female is not going to bring you happiness. Like, a female is not the main priority of your life. Having a female is not the main priority of your life. Same as your girl, same as your wife. She's not the main priority of your life. When you have God in your life, your main priority is God, making sure that your relationship with him is right. And as your relationship with him is right, you know, that's when you start to change gradually. It's a gradual process, but you start to change, and females even start finding you more attractive because of your character. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's yeah, man. I feel like it just is. It's the answer, man. Surrendering to God's will is the answer, bro. It just is. So yeah, man, I'm not trying with semen retention. I'm not trying. I'm in a long shot. I think I'm on like 3 weeks right now. God has been having a lot of grace on me. But, you know, I just haven't, you know, at the same time you do choose to relapse. Of course, you have free will. So I'm not saying that it's like God is controlling me. No, God is not controlling me. You know, there has been temptations, but I have so many things right now in my life that is better than pornography. It's much better than pornography. My female is way better than pornography. Like, it's not even like I don't even desire pornography. If you have a girlfriend and you're relapsing to pornography, it's because pornography, you know, I don't know, but it's maybe because you find pornography more exciting than your female, than your girl. And that's, you know, do what you want with that information. But no, pornography is not more exciting than the girl that I got right now. It just isn't. Pornography just isn't, man. It doesn't do it for me. It doesn't do it for me like how my girl does it for me. You know, even though we're not together, I'm seeing my girl. You know, we're speaking again. But yeah, like, you know, that can also be the solution. If God brings you that woman, you know, then yeah, that can also be the solution to your pornography addiction. So yeah, man, just stop trying and stop worrying about it so much, man. Bring it to God, surrender it to God, and I promise. And this goes for everything. Surrender your life to God, and I promise things will get better. Things will get better. And trust that everything that he brings to you is for you. Trust. Just trust. I also have a job right now. I'm about to start a maintenance job. You know, I'm chilling. Like, I'm just living life. Taking it day by day. I'm chilling. And I'm just living, like, honestly. But I make sure that my relationship with God is the main thing. The number one priority in my life is that. Not because you have to do this or you're going, I'm not saying this, because you'll go to hell if you don't have a relationship with God. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this because this is literally the answer to life. To all life's problems. Intimacy with God is the answer to all your problems. It just is. It just is, man. When you surrender to God's will, you operate in peace. When you don't surrender to God's will and you want to do what you want to do, you know, you feel like you can control your own life. So you feel like the decisions that you make are the best decisions for your own life. When you operate in that, you just have more problems. You just do. You just have more problems in life, man. You just have more problems in life. So yeah, man, that's all I could say for y'all right now, man. Life has been good. Life has been good. Life has been very good. It's been treating me good. I've been eating good, sleeping good. I got a job. I got money coming in the way, you know. Yeah. Everything is going for the better, you know, like I said. And me surrendering to God's will just happened, you know, like 2 or 3 months ago. Y'all remember the video, the first video I made about that. So I don't know if it was like 3 months ago, but yeah, things have been changing, bro. I promise this is the answer to your life, man. You want a relationship with God. That is the answer to life. So yeah, peace. Stay safe.